Hey everybody, Goldie here, and we are running it back with Rocky Balboa, Rocky 76. Since my last Rocky video, I have now received an explanation as to why he holds an orange. So thank you, Don J. I appreciate you having my back and letting me know very basic things about this movie franchise that I've never seen. And yes, I've never seen it. I'm not a huge movie person. You'd be surprised at what I haven't seen. But that's not the point. The point is we get to use a drip plate today. Yay! Yay drip. So yeah, that's going to be our first build is drip plate. I'm going to preface this by saying this isn't his best build. I would much rather use takedown on him with the other builds, which we will get into. But we are going to use the drip plate first. Triple black. The finisher is a choose 8 to make into green. Rushing body combo is a 1-turn stun. Corner barrage or barrage, however you'd like to say it. Choose a 5x1 to make into pyro gems. Modify all gems above it into black. Basically trigger the pyro gems with the gems you create from the finisher. Using woods for black MP. Due to love for 35% more damage to our black gems. Hall of Fame Brie for 5%. Boogeyman for 15%. At this level, the percentages are much better than using a flat 2200. And we going dripping. We are using 2 sets of Fury 2s at 40% per set bonus. And then whenever you activate a black move, make 7 random gems into multiply gems of strength 7. Now, it is going to be a turn 2, maybe a turn 3, depending on if we get a match. But this should hit around 6.5, 7, 7.5, depending on the board. Also, important to note that he doesn't really have any gem defense. He doesn't have a belt, so maybe a little bit inflated in terms of damage output. But that's what happens when you don't have a 6-star to do previews against. Alright, I know what that means now. It's a symbol of the people. Go do it for your people. We don't have a black match, which is awful. Awful. You could double MP, but even with max feud perks, that finisher is barely going to be turn 1. You'd probably be better off using a Lundra. Here's what we're going to do. Land there. Ooh, hell yeah. Look at me calling my shot. Okay, this is going to hit a lot harder because we're going to get more Maltese out. It's a little inflated here. But drip. Drip. And dropped. So 8 mil. We got an extra set of multiplies out, 8 mil. I'm sure I could look to finesse some of my substats a little bit with black gem damage, but you will stun, you will recycle, you will hit hard because of that drip plate. But that's the only Fury build I wanted to take a look at. Let's go throw on some takedown 2s and see what we can do with his other builds. So now we're going to switch over to the move damage focus builds, starting with the finisher, the stun, and green 1, which is a choose gems to make into black. Using steel for green MP, Acro Ozka for 150% more damage to the finisher, Lita for 50% more damage to the finisher, and Hall of Fame Ted. I finally took him 12k, folks. We did it. For 25% more damage to our black moves. And for the belts, my takedown 2s, I only have blue. So we're doing half and half here. This build definitely doesn't need a plate, but I've thrown on the final faces of Foley just as a, hey, you could do this for a little extra damage. Whenever you break 6 or more black gems, make 5 random gems into power gems of strength 50,000. So just a little extra something tossed on here. But let's see what this finisher gets up to. So I don't have any MP on a match. I'm gonna say 2-3 matches, but I don't have max perks yet. Womp womp. I cascaded last time too. But there's some extra power gems. We can at least stun. That's hitting for a mill. Take our 3 match. So a little extra juice on that. And then 2.19 mil on the finisher. 8 gems to turn into green gems and pin the opponent. If you want to get fancy, but it's going to take a couple more turns, you could do EO instead of Ozka and get you an extra 100% if you're feeling frisky. Definitely viable. So 2.7 with the gem damage and then like 250 extra from the power gems. Again, just for a little extra something. But that is move damage build 1. He's got 3 different colors we're going to focus on. That was black. Let's go take a look at red. So the next spec is going to be the red moves. And we're focusing on boosting the heart of a champion. Base damage is 950,000. Can only be used while pinned. So defensive build, absolutely all the way. Gonna throw in a stun lock just because, and some traps. If the opponent breaks them, it moves the pin bar closer to us, which means they are more likely to pin us. And when we kick out, we're going to be turning the board into red. So if there's some traps left over, we're going to heal ourselves as well. Entourage for this. Judgment Day Finn for 100% more red move damage. Pardon me. Batista for 50%. Snoop for 25%. And then I'm using Zombie Bianca to make sure that these countdowns will cover most of the board, depending on if they get broken or not. But we're getting 3 extra from the countdown, so 5 each. For the belts, again, a half and half, takedown 2, takedown 1, but a 200%er. Using the NWO plate, now there's no 6 stars for me to preview against, so we're going to keep them down first try. But if for some reason you go up against, say, a showboat with 24 million health and they kick out, the NWO plate, whenever you break 6 or more red gems, increase your red move damage by 75% for 2 turns. It's going to trigger, and all your red moves are going to recycle. So if they pin you again, you're just going to do even more damage. But we have 175 from the Entourage. And this takes the belt into account. So 335%, including the NWO plate. So yeah, this is probably going to be really stupid. And we got a red match, so good night, Santa. Good night. Been nice knowing you. We're not going to get the traps out, but that's fine. Alright, what's the damage? Can't tell because of the kickout thing in the way. That, my friend, is cheeks. That's cheeks. Can I tell by this? Okay. I'm not wearing my glasses. You can be able to, 5,091,023 damage. 5 million. Get wrecked. You still need to swipe to kick out, but there goes your recycle. Didn't get the traps out, so no healing, but even that did 1.6 mil on the red gem damage, so that's going to be a freaking nuisance. An absolute nuisance. And yet, there is still one more build, which I think is the most viable. But that one, definitely, if you got to throw a striker on defense and you don't have carry and cross, whew boy. All right, let's go take a look at these green moves, because this is where it gets even more insane. Last build we're going to take a look at is this triple green, and the heavy right hook starts with a base of 500k. 6 gems to make into black gems. That's going to trigger your countdowns. Clinch and repel is a 1x2 to make into countdowns that increase your green MP by 1. Our opponent does have 1 green move, so we should be able to steal and stack these 2 moves. Won't move the pin bar. So we should be able to take a fair bit of health here. Kevin Owens for 45%, Bailey for 100, Gooker for 25, Truth for 25. Again, a 6-star opponent would make this a lot better. Chic Plate, whenever you activate a green move, increase your green move damage by 100% for 2 total turns. Including the current turn, we have a 200% green. So this should, depending on the health pool, again, you should be able to stack this and do just a buttload of damage on turn 1. So let's see. So 2.8 to start, and we can... Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be great. So 600k. $3.4. So that's 4 mil. 4.8. Plus 4.4 is 9.2. Uh, 10.2. $15.6? No, we'll do 10.2. So now 11.5. Oh god. We'll just call that 6. So 17.5? Um, 18.8. I'm not good at math. We'll just call that 7. 18.8. So 25.8. And no health. So we can't exactly swipe into a wild card and keep everything intact. There, 26 mil turn 1. That's stupid. That's stupid. So if you have a 6-star showboat with green moves, you're melting them. But that's how we run it back. Let me know what you think in the comments of this video. Really hope that the blog is correct. I know, fingers crossed, subject to change, parentheses, all that stuff. But a solid character for free to play if you're able to achieve all of the free milestones. Please log in and get yourself this character. Him, Ghostbuster, Cena, and Sika, 3 really strong free Legends cards. So round out your roster, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments of this video. What kind of builds are we running? Are you a Rocky fan? Again, I know what the orange means now, so we're making progress. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Be sure to like, share with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified when my next gameplay video comes out. Thank you again for watching, and thank you for being a friend.